Hey, what's that? Check this out. The time that I'm recording this video is on a Sunday, and I got some good plans ahead, but unfortunately, it was all cut short because of this one mistake that I did with my motorcycle, ladies and gentlemen. And here's how you can avoid this mistake when you're buying a new motorcycle. Well, ladies and gentlemen, first and foremost, let me tell you what has happened with my motorcycle. That is, well, today Sunday morning I usually go out for a breakfast ride to see my good friends somewhere near in my city area. Sometimes I go see out some beautiful super bikes. Sometimes I go see out some normal bikes. It's a bit of both, right? So today is Sunday. I thought of maybe going out and maybe seeing some of the beautiful bikes that have been bought from different places near my area. But unfortunately, I thought, you know what, let's vlog it, because every time that when I go for a Sunday ride, I usually do not record because I just wanted to experience the fact how morning rides usually are, because I usually do not go for that. And I was invited couple of weeks back to be to attend a high class sports bike meet, and I was fortunate enough to see some beautiful bikes. So I thought, you know what, we met these guys. I don't want to go first time ever for a super bike meet and put cameras on their faces and be like, yeah. So I thought, let it go for a couple of days. Let me get introduced to the world of superbike morning breakfast rides. Let me get to know a little bit of them. Let me go and meet some good guys and some influencers and some contacts in the world of superbike racing, as well as superbike morning rides, ladies and gentlemen. And this was the third or fourth ride I was starting today, and I thought, you know what, we've been through a couple of times together. Let's take the Ducati out for a spin. So as usual, morning it was about, let's say, 4:35. I started the motorcycle. It needs to warm up. Morning was a chilly day today. It rained so hard yesterday, and the bike was too cold for it to start. But still, I did start it, and I left it to run for about 30 seconds to a minute, so that the engine gets a little bit hot, and then started driving it out. It is approximately 25 kilometers from where I am staying, so it might be taking around let's say 45 to 50 minutes, depending on the traffic as well as the police checking that will be happening on the early mornings, to check for unusual and drunken driving, as well as I think so other state also they're checking. So it usually takes about 45 minutes to get to the place that I am going usually. So I thought, you know what, let's have a little bit of free time to enjoy the bike a little bit, and also it is pure early morning, so that you cannot guys see anything. So I didn't switch on the camera. I thought maybe like around 6:30 when the sun is out finally, and maybe I'm reaching the spot nearby, then let's switch on the camera and let's show you some beautiful bike. Yes, that will come soon in the next part of the video, ladies and gentlemen. But here's what happened. My bike, all the way half distance, let's say about 5 to 10 kilometers from my home, unexpectedly shut down. I was confused. I had fuel in my bike. I had good spark plugs, good oils. I know I usually do maintain every single part on my motorcycle because I like my motorcycle. So I did every single repairs on the upcoming weeks. That's why I have not been showing so many videos of me with the Ducati motorcycle. Obviously, I bought a Ducati motorcycle. You might have known it. If not, I put a video of me of that bike as well as other episodes regarding that bike down in the description. You can go check it out if you want to. So anyway, back to the story. So I thought, you know what, it's gonna be because the engine is still cold and not hot enough, even though I have driven almost 5 to 10 kilometers approximately, let's say 2 to 4 miles now. It didn't work. So I thought, what has happened? Well, I left it to aside and I tried to start again. It was a little bit clunky for starting, and then I started again and the bike actually started up. But here's the issue. I found out that the bike was running on single cylinder. If you're not known that this bike is a dual cylinder motorcycle producing about 900 cc's, which is about, I think so, I'll put the horsepower and torque numbers up on the screen, but it was running on one cylinder. I was so confused. So well, it is the morning about, let's say, 6:30, somewhere around that, and nobody's gonna be taking my phone, even the mechanics that I have, right? So I called my dad for support, and my dad came. Obviously, we left the bike at some place safe nearby. As a guy that I know, he's my best friend, so I left it at his house, and we thought, you know what, we'll come back home take a few minutes rest, take it all process down, maybe like around 10, 9:30, 10, then we'll go back and figure out what is happening. So we did that. We kept the bike, and the whole time when I was coming back home, because I was not driving, I was, do not use your mobile phone while driving. My dad was driving, so all the time when I was driving back home, I was searching for good mechanics around. I was, my friend was also there, 49 biking biker. He was already at the superbike store waiting for me to come. I also updated him saying that, I was not able to come. My only single cylinder is working, and he also told me some good mechanics around the space. And I was searching a little bit, and one of my good guys at good friends at the superbike meet told me that there is a workshop nearby my house, which is about 4 to 5 kilometers, and the place is called as Grease Monkey Garage, ladies and gentlemen. It's approximately 4 kilometers from my area. Well, I put all of the links down in the description so that you can go check them out, give them a follow. Well, I was not sure because I have been there so many places, but I didn't know they usually do a lot of services regarding super bikes, ladies and gentlemen. So the time was around 8:39. Found their numbers on the online, and I tried to call them. They did pick. They were, the shops were run by two brothers, absolutely beautiful men. They told me, bring the bike down, we'll figure stuff out, and we'll sort out why the bike is not running and it's only running on one cylinder, right? So I went to the place up. I took my motorcycle. It was still running on single cylinder. That clip I will show you right now. Anyway, I was going with the single cylinder. You might have seen it. Yeah, this is a little bit clunky here and there, but still I made it to the shop, and they said, give me 1 hour or two, maybe 2 hours. Let me check the entire bike, and let me tell you what and all wrong has happened with the motorcycle. Well, 2 hours gone by. I was so afraid that it's gonna be a huge ass bill on my back, and it's gonna slap me for hard. Well, it did, ladies and gentlemen. They found out. This is where I left my intelligence again, ladies and gentlemen. One of my most favorite motorcycles is gonna be the Ducati. So when I found a Ducati at a lower price, I thought, well, I achieved my dream, but I forgot the main thing, ladies and gentlemen. Whenever you're buying a used bike, the main thing that you should know is whether the bike is in good condition, whether the bike has been maintained properly, and whether it has all the original spares, or it has been misplaced, or unmanaged in a lot of ways. Well, let's just say my bike was in a huge mess, ladies and gentlemen. Well, here are the list that goes along with motorcycle that needs repairing, right? Obviously, some of the parts are going to be cosmetic. That is understandable, because cosmetics do go wear and tear, like the paints, the wires, the heat shield shrink wraps, everything. That is all wear and tear parts that can be fixed easily. But the main thing that I forgot to see is that there was a huge engine oil leak, and there was a crack at the engine block. Well, not God's grace, it was not fully into that, but it was on the crack. So that is another cosmetic work that can be done with a little bit of shaving and the lathe work. So that's one thing. Spark plugs needs to be changed from the original, to OEM, because now it has, I think so, an R15 or a Royal Enfield's spark plug. So that's one thing why the single cylinder is working and not this double cylinder. The spark plug needs to be changed, and usual air filter, oil filter, as well as engine oil needs to be changed, as well as what else, clutch needs to be worked on. Well, not entirely, but still clutch needs to be worked on. Clutch fluid as well as brake fluid needs to be changed. Brake pads, brake discs need to be changed because they are all worn out. And now I'll tell you on another video on what are all parts that are going into my bike, because I have not yet gotten any of the things what I'm going to be installing on my bike. The process is going behind the scenes, but I don't want this making this video too boring for you guys. So anyway, back to that. Brakes, brake discs, that needs to be changed. The handlebar needs to be changed, as well as the clutch master cylinder, as well as the brake master cylinder, the one small containers that are on the top of the handlebars, that needs to be changed, because they are not OEM and they are from a Royal Enfield motorcycle according to their survey of the motorcycle in a quick glance. And and also the switch gears on top of the motorcycle. I mean, the horn switch, the indicator switch, as well as the engine kill switch, the self starter switch, everything has been from Hero Splendor, so that also need to be changed. Huge modifications coming right over, ladies and gentlemen. But here's a quick fact about that. The bro that is running the workshop, Grease Monkey Garage, not to be confused with Gas Monkey Garage run by Richard Rawlings. That is an entire topic for the site. This is Grease Monkey's Garage. Same logo, but still. Grease Monkey Garage, they told me these are all the parts that we can find and fix within a couple of days, couple of weeks. So, in a couple of weeks, I'm going to be updating you guys on the process. I'm not going to be putting it in a full video, but I split it into 3 or 4 videos, ladies and gentlemen. But here's the good part, and here's the light at the end of the tunnel. At the end of the day, even though there are a lot of parts that need to be changed, and I got a huge bill running from all the way from my house all the way to Delhi, ladies and gentlemen, I can now rely on this bike entirely and for sure. So that means I have the confidence to ride this motorcycle wherever I please, if I do got the money and the fuel to it. But that's not the point, that's the separate point. But I do got a lot of confidence to ride this motorcycle, and I do got confidence that everything is going to be working fine according to me. The main thing that you should know when buying a motorcycle is, ladies and gentlemen, not to be, I'll put a separate video on how to choose your favorite motorcycle in terms of motorcycle space, with everything that is regarding that is going on in the today's market, ladies and gentlemen. But here's the main thing. Buying a bike is not that big of an achievement. Yes, you do have to earn a lot of money. You have to spend all your hard-earned money on your favorite motorcycle, but that's not the main point, ladies and gentlemen. The main point about that is you have to maintain your motorcycle, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, you can go give it to a service and they will do all the things for you, but everything that is going on in the world of automobiles as of right now, most of the companies, not to be sharing on any companies outside, most of the companies that are out there, they tend to do a lot of stuff that is unnecessary for that particular motorcycle or even a car, ladies and gentlemen. So it's good to know what your motorcycle needs and what needs to be changed, and to change that particular thing only, not the other parts, so that you save a lot of money on service and you can enjoy your bike for the long run, ladies and gentlemen. So with that said, as usual, ladies and gentlemen, leave your thoughts on the video down in the description below. And as usual, while you're there, hit the like, hit the subscribe, turn on that bell notification, ladies and gentlemen, so that you will receive daily updates. And please do follow me on Instagram at Sunil Selvan, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care and peace.